What up? Welcome back. CP the Tool Addict here. Got you another tool haul. Coming from you live from the basement of the CP Tool Addict basement. I don't know, that was kind of dumb, but anyways. Got a few tools I want to show you what I got today. A little snap-on tool haul. Oh yeah. I know there's already some people that are getting a little bit dicey about me saying the S word. I should just call it the S word haul. But anyways, don't copy strike me. Had a busy day at the shop today. Had a lot of things that needed to get done and whatnot. Got home here and had to get me a little, old-fashioned poured. Not a big drinker, 1 or 2 glasses a week. Just cut the edge, nothing big. But thought I'd make a little quick video and come down to the basement, and had to do some stuff here at the loading bench. And I thought maybe I might even give you guys a little loading bench tour. That's a little bit different than what you normally see. So without ado, we'll talk about all the things I got here. Got me some competition rigs here for shooting. Little Revo rig, Glock rig, open rig. Got my production rig with the old unicorn holster, the Ben Stoeger Pro Shop. Shout out to Long Shadow Holsters. They make some killer holsters, and I love my Boss hangers. These Boss hangers are awesome. They're all aluminum. You can tell that I definitely I'm a big fan of the Boss hangers. Got them about on every rig. And then we just got some tools and my digital caliper that I use down here. Some Mac Allens, cheaper Allens, pair of scissors, little magnetic tray, some Velcro for fixing up some of my rigs, and TV for watching, whatever, shooting videos, tool videos, whatever. Got the old Roku box hooked up to it. We've got primers. We got a stack of primers down here, probably about, I don't know, 80,000 rounds of primer, or 80,000 rounds for primers. Got some case gauging stuff. Got the old double alpha. Got the old hundo gauge. That does 100 rounds, one shot. This is different tools of the trade right here. Make sure your ammo fits in your gun, and this is what a factory does too. They check your cases to make sure that's basically chamber checks them. So that's a neat process. If you guys aren't into reloading or haven't done any reloading, I'm a pretty big reloader. I load about 30 to 40,000 rounds a year, and use a Dillon 650. Got my 9mm powder setup, 45 powder setup. Got the 40 on here right now. This is a Dillon 650. Got the case feeder, the bullet feeder. These heads are interchangeable on these. Real slick setup. I dig it. Just a cool little deal. Got some beeping going down here. So just give you a quick walkthrough here to the bench. Couple tumblers for cleaning brass. I get a shitload of brass in. A shitload. Got my Wilton vise with my AR mount. All my brass right here. My brass cleaner, or my tumbler. Making ammo great again. That's me. So yeah, that's it. Got some case separators. Shooting is just about 3 times as expensive as shooting competition is about 3 times as expensive as buying tools. So it ain't no joke, but something I like to do. Been doing it for like 10 years. I dig it. Am I the best? No. Am I the worst? Not by a long shot. Big guy, anybody can do it. Not saying it's super skilled. I mean, obviously the best guys in the world are pretty awesome, but I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm no slouch, and people definitely are surprised when they see me shoot. In fact, we got See if I got a little shooting video up here. Pull it up here on my crappy tablet that shit out on me, basically. We'll pull up a quick video and let you take a peek. I'll show you exactly what it is, what it looks like when you go to a match. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know how to run these things well. Just kidding. I do, but I didn't have it set up right. Let's see here. Let's just give you a little. Let's give you a little dose. Not super exciting to watch, but let it roll back into the beginning here. Start off with the. So yeah, that's that. The main objective of the game is to shoot the course as fast as possible and get the most alphas. That's the main objective of USPSA. So it's time plus your scoring. That's how you win. And you think that's simple to do, but it's definitely not. 10 years of doing this, I can tell you right now, it's frustrating. It's one of the most frustrating things I've ever done. Obviously, I'm a mechanic, so obviously I like frustrating things. Anyways, that being said, enough of that. Just kind of give you a little quick breakup of the tool monotony. Let's go over what I got here today, because you're probably dying to see it. Knocking over stuff. We got the old Snap-on Chrome Nation mat. I really dig this thing. I'm so happy I got one for my loading bench. This thing's awesome. It's got a little like tool holder or something down here, and these little pockets they got all up here are awesome for me for working on my firearms on my bench. And these are definitely made in the USA. It even says it on the mat, made in the USA, right here in the corner. It's got a little degree gauge in the corner here. Kind of nice. Definitely a cool mat. I bought two of those, one for my toolbox and one for the loading bench. So pretty stoked about that. Then I got a smoking deal on this, and this is an older model one, but it's brand new. And you guessed it, the EEDM596FK thermal imager. It's already paid for itself today. Got a couple pictures on here. Run through these. Just checking out some brakes. We got my buddy screwing around. Checking out some, so I got some seat heaters I was working on in a 2016 Ford Explorer, and definitely helped me out in diagnosing that. Pretty much almost paid for the tool. For what I gave this, I couldn't turn it down. This was a smoking deal. I know that the new one, the 310, is a lot better. I wasn't too, they were talking about, I don't know if you can see this, but it'll say calibrating here. See if I can get this to do it. It'll say calibrating sometimes in the corner there. It's not going to do it, of course, now. Maybe it's because I cleaned the lens. It was kind of dirty, but it's pretty cool, man. I definitely think this is going to be a useful tool for me. Definitely helping me diagnose some more stuff better. Battery's almost dead on it. Looks like I'm going to need to charge it. We'll shut this guy down. What I gave for this, you can about buy them on eBay used, and I couldn't pass it up. I jumped on it. I jumped on it like a squirrel on a nut. It was a killer deal. So that's the second thing I got. And next thing I got, man, I'm so excited to get this. A little disappointed that I didn't get the chance to put this on. I couldn't show you a little bit better demo my tablet is apparently just, it's way too old and it's out of whack, so I couldn't download the app. Recording on my new phone, couldn't get the app to download, but I got this bad boy. Oh yeah, I love this. This thing is freaking awesome. Got a pretty good deal on this. He gave me $100 off on it. I traded in my old multimeter, gave me a couple hundred for it. I gave him a big wad of cash and said, man, I am in love. I love the way the wires wrap around this versus the old, your old meter. You wrapped them every which way. Shit, already lost some pieces off of it. Well, that sucks. Ah, damn it. Lost a little cap. Shit. These little stupid caps must have spun off there on that. But anyways, oh, there it is. Found it. Little cap, little protective cap to turn your leads down. I'm not sure I like that. I will be using my fluke leads. Not too fond of these. These leads are kind of chintzy, but definitely like the little rubber strap on them. This isn't a really great review. This isn't a full review on this. Obviously, it's just a tool haul vid, but the Bluetooth connects to this thing ridiculously well. I wanted to show you, when you turn this knob on the app, it literally goes with it. I thought it was pretty badass. You do have to connect it every time. That's kind of a pain. I heard some things about the connectivity of it, but compared to my older fluke, I was worried I was going to get stuck with some hybrid shit having to work on. So I just wanted to be ahead of the game. I've been scared a couple times I was going to get some hybrid stuff that I'd have to mess with, and I want to just be prepared when I get to that point. But this is the EED. Let's see, what is this? I'm not good with part numbers. Where's the freaking box? EEDM596FK. So this is the bad daddy. This is the cat's meow of multimeters from Snap-on. Little kickstand there. You know, sets down like this, so you can look at it. But you know, for self-diagnosis when you ain't got anybody around, and let me get that. For self-diagnosis, when you ain't got anybody around, you need to check a circuit, and you can't be at the back of the car at the same time. This thing's going to come in very handy. I definitely like this little loop strap up here too, because I have a fluke magnet kit, so that's going to be nice if I want to hang it off of something. And that thing's super strong, but I'm jazzed to have this thing. I'm fortunate enough that I got such a good deal out of my old fluke. Just really looking forward to using this when I get a chance to, and I definitely think this is hands down the best multimeter in the market right now. Is it completely necessary? No. But looking at the price of multimeters, you're in the $300 range for a good multimeter anyways. I think for the large display on this thing, I think it's definitely worth a couple $100 extra with it. I think it's got a 2-year warranty too, which I was definitely impressed with. So I love it. I'm excited. Can't wait to use it. Seen other guys have it. I'd been thinking about it for a while. Glad I finally pulled the trigger on it, and I definitely made a good deal. So that being said, let's talk about Snap-on products and where they're made for just a second, because I wanted to kind of go over, and I don't know if you can see that, but this was assembled in the USA. Global parts, you know the story. Snap-on has for their diagnostics and stuff like that in California, they have a place that they do most of their stuff. Obviously the parts are probably Taiwan, Korean, whatever. You know those guys, you're not going to beat them when it comes to electronics. They're freaking ridiculous when it comes to electronics, and why would you want to try to challenge that? I just don't see, it doesn't matter, but this is comfortable. I like the ergonomics of this. Seems like this is going to be a great tool. I've seen a lot of people have them. I haven't heard a lot of bad things about them. I haven't looked at the Matco one a ton. Do like some of the features of the Matco. It is pretty bulky though. I like the fact that this one's a little bit thinner. The newer EETH310 is definitely probably in my wheelhouse, but I do have a guy that's going to buy this off me if I don't want it. He'll pay me exactly what I paid for it. What he wants to use it for is home inspections and stuff like that, and I got a smoking deal on it. So for right now, it's already paid for what I needed it to pay for. That being said, let's talk about some of their stuff that's made, like pliers, sockets, ratchets. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Elizabeth, Tennessee, punches, chisels, wrenches. North Carolina, their air tools. I was talking to the Snap-on guy, just picking his brain, and you know, I'm really impressed with the amount of USA made stuff that they're putting out there in a market where stuff is really being pushed to be foreign. Is everything made there? No, it's not. I understand that. Don't go down in the comment box and tell me about all the stuff that's not made in the USA. The hardline stuff, there's some of their diagnostics, torque wrenches. I understand the internals are going to be Taiwanese. You would do the same thing if it was your company too. It's just the best way. This is made in Korea. Says it right on the box, but they don't try to hide it. You know, I just don't see where I'm going to really care when it comes down to an electronic internal if they're making it there. Oh, the toolboxes are made in Algona, Iowa. And I'll tell you what, I've been to that factory, and I've never seen a happier bunch of people in my life. They love working there. It's a great place. You know, I know that Snap-on's not cheap. I'm at a point in my life where I don't care. I want to spend a little bit more money. I've got about 10, 15 years left in this business, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make my life easier, and I'm going to enjoy these tools. I don't hate working on cars. Being a mechanic has its downfalls. When you're younger, you're struggling, you don't have the money, tools are expensive. This is a pain in the ass part. You are in a rock and hard place. You got a family, you got all this stuff. I get it. Trust me. I've gotten past that point in my life. You know, and that's why I try to help out my technicians. And this stuff isn't just for me. It's for them too in my shop, to make sure that they have the best. I buy the best of everything for my shop. And I want them guys to have the ability to fix stuff fast and make money. You know, not only for the customer, but for them, it just works out great. I'm not a flat rate shop. I pay my guys hourly. Make sure they're happy. I don't believe in flat rate. I think flat rate is a old concept, and I think that with today's cars and the way people are trying to, you know, I got Identifix, AllData, Mitchell, all that stuff, and it's a pain in the ass when I have to look up repair times and try to give these guys a good deal on them. You got here in the Midwest where it's rust on it, they don't account for the fact that you've got rusty crap that you have to take off. So that kills people if you're doing flat rate. Dealership stuff is pretty much monotonously the same stuff over and over. I've always worked in an independent shop. I like the variety. It's definitely a huge challenge. And of course, the amount of tools that you have to have is ridiculous compared to what most guys have to have in the dealerships. Not only that, most dealerships are giving guys tools now. So, you know, it's not about Snap-on making everything in the U.S., but kind of jumped off that last subject. But anyways, I do appreciate the fact that they are making quite a bit of their line in the U.S. They're not making it all in there. All their stuff isn't, but no tool company is. Matco basically rebrands everything. The only thing they make is their toolboxes, and I'll tell you what, I love their toolboxes. They are stout as hell. I would definitely get a Matco toolbox. I love my cart. My Jamestown cart, I think, is the best one out there. I love Mac toolboxes. Always have. But their warranty is ridiculous. And I'll go over that when I get my new toolbox. I've always had Mac main toolboxes because when it comes to warranty, nobody beats them. There's nobody that beats them. I hate to say that. As much money as you spend on a Snap-on box sometimes, I'm just disappointed. So, for instance, I know that when and Cornwell makes quite a bit of stuff too. So Mac, Snap-on, Cornwell makes a lot. They make a few brands they make a few of their own brands here in the States. But anyways, Toolbox deal with Mac. I'll go over that later. I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to get this comment section all blowed up with people. You know, that's not what I want to hear. I don't want to do the negativity thing. I just know that every time I've had to have an issue with a toolbox, Mac has always been no questions. They will take care of me without fail. Snap-on guy, I've seen several disputes with stuff. So Matco is definitely another one that I'm leery. Their toolbox warranty is kind of sketchy, I think. For the amount of money you pay on them, honestly, I don't think they should really give you any shit at all. But it is what it is. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, don't tell me about everything that's not made in the USA. I know what's not made in the USA. I'm well aware of that. In the Midwest here, we have two of the best Snap-on dealers. That's a fact. You can call Snap-on if you want to ask, but we have the '1 franchisee, which is my tool dealer, and we have the '1 Snap-on dealer, independent. You'll be surprised in Iowa what the tool industry is like. Lyle Tool is here. They're out of Clarenda, Iowa, and that's Lyle for any of you that don't know. Algona, obviously the Snap-on toolbox factory is there. Super Scrapers, for all you guys wondering where they're from, Cedar Rapids, Iowa is where Super Scrapers made. They started there. They obviously sell to Lyle, who rebrands them, Mueller Keps, who rebrands them, Matco, who rebrands them. So all of them the blades themselves are patented and sold from Cedar Rapids. They are the best scrapers on the market for anybody. You know this. I've seen it on everybody's channel. They're amazed if they've never had one in their hand, but they've been out for almost 2 decades. 2 decades. And those guys are phenomenal tool people. Are people to deal with. Absolutely great company. Family-owned business. Awesome. They'll even take your Super Scrapers in and sharpen them for free if they're dull. But anyways, the tool industry in Iowa is definitely huge. Bigger than you would think, and it's Iowa. Believe it or not, when I say the 2 Snap-on, that's not the only people that have been in Iowa that have been. I know for a fact that there's been a top distributor in almost every tool vendor in Iowa. We're serious about our tools here. We like to buy good shit. Not saying that makes us the authority, but you look at places like Chicago, St. Louis, San Diego, Florida, you know, any of these huge cities, New York, all that, and they don't hold a candle. When I say the #1 Snap-on independent dealer, that's on a rural route in Iowa. The guy kills it. Now, there's bigger dealers for vendors, like you got in Canada. I know them guys kill it up there because those mines are just ridiculous, and they're going to pay they'll pay. They don't care because the amount of money or the amount of miles they have to drive versus the tool guy bringing them stuff. And I don't blame them. I do the same thing. Plus, they make ridiculous amounts of money in the diamond fields and oil fields, whatever they got up there. But you know, it's just there's a lot of people here that are very smart about tools. They like to buy good shit. None of us are really broke. Iowa, if you look it up, we're ranked like 23rd in the nation. You know, as far as economy wise, I mean the taxes are ridiculous here. I don't like that, but it is what it is. So, anyways, if you enjoy this video, hit that like button, ring that bell, share, comment, constructive criticism, Whatever you got. I'm all ears listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll look forward to putting out another one next week, and keep on wrenching.